Buonasera. Well, today's meal is going to be quick. I must confess, although I did make the stock for this, which is like a variety of meat products, meat bones, and water, carrots, onions, celery, and some parsley and oregano. But the thing that I wanted to show you is this. So this, you can see it, is what's called an agnolotti. And you usually only find these here in Piemonte. So they are a special kind of pasta, and these are agnolotti al clean, which means they've been pinched. So when these are made, they make them like in the form of a little ravioli, and then they pinch the ends of it together, sort of fold it and stick it together. And they end up looking like this. And they're cooked in broth. And I've been actually cooking this broth for I just turned the fire on, I don't know, 3 hours. I have to light the stove because the stove doesn't light by itself. And then I'm just going to put this agnolotti pasta into this broth. And I'm just going to let it cook until it floats. And so these agnolotti are filled with veal, beef, rabbit, and chicken meat. So, and like I said, I did buy these. I went to a little street market the other day, and there was a little lady there that was selling these. And I bought them from her because, let me tell you, they are very time consuming to make. It would take me like all day long to make these. And I'm sure she probably does a better job of it than I do. First of all, hers are a lot smaller than the ones I make are. Mine are probably like at least 2 or 3 times bigger than that. So this broth is boiling, and I'm just going to throw these in here. And they're going to cook really fast because this is a fresh pasta. And I'm here by myself. So I'm only going to make enough of this to have for myself, because if I make it and I try to reserve it for another day, it'll get all swollen up and kind of not very pleasant to eat. And so I can always make more broth and add it to it, or if I chose to. And typically this dish is eaten in a broth, but I could do like a pesto sauce or something like that if I wanted to. It's not the traditional way that it's eaten here in Piemonte. It's typically eaten in the broth. And so since that's the way it's typically done, that's what we're going to do. So this won't take long to cook. Probably maybe 2 or 3 minutes will be all. And then I'm going to plate it up, and I'm going to garnish it with grated Parmigiano cheese and some leaves of celery leaves that I pulled off of the celery that I chopped up when I was making the stock. So I'm just going to put the lid on this and let it cook for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll plate it up. And I'll get some nice photos of it to put on the end of this video. And see you in a few. Okay, so it's been probably a minute and a half that this has been cooking. And oh my God, it smells really good. So, like I was saying, the filling of this is made with chicken, beef, veal, and rabbit. So it's almost, you can almost smell each one of those aromas individually. And the broth that's been cooking for, like I said, about 3 hours or so. Yeah, it's such an amazing combination. Um, and it's something that, like I said, it's typical of this region. You don't find this type of pasta in other parts of Italy. So, there's 20 regions in Italy, uh, and each one of them has its own cuisine, and they vary vastly from one region to the next. And this is a regional dish from Piedmont, where I am right now. So I'm just going to add these to this bowl. So we're going to see if we can get a view of that. You can see it there. And then I am going to turn the fire out because I didn't take it all. I'm just going to put a lid on it to keep it warm. And I'm going to do the garnish of my Parmesan. Move this out of the way. Doesn't really need to be there anymore. Just right up here. So my Parmigiano here. And I'm just going to sprinkle it. I'm going to be a little bit generous with it because I like it that way. Right on top of there. And then these are my celery leaves that I had pulled off the celery. I'm just going to tear them up a little bit and throw them on top. I'm just tearing them with my fingers because I want the pieces to be a little bit on the large side. And there you have it. Really quick, easy, delicious. Doesn't get any easier than that. So, all right. I see you soon. I'm going to take my time and enjoy this plate of food. So, unfortunately, this is something I don't think you're going to find in the States. I make it sometimes when I'm at home, but it takes me like all day long to make it. And I usually only make it with veal or with ground veal or with ground mortadella. Because for me to do rabbit and chicken and beef and veal, it's just too much. Anyway, buonasera e buon appetito. Talk to you soon.